I had 16 minutes left in North Carolina for the year. And it would have ended up like Louisiana did and be looming for next season. And somehow, some way, somebody saw it necessary to give me a last minute opportunity, and I can't tell you how thankful I am for that, because I needed that. Well, we made it to North Carolina. Drove most of the night. I'm going to shut my eyes for a couple hours, and we're going to wake up and beautiful weather tomorrow, this morning, whatever you want to call it. But it's going to be a good day. It's like 45 degrees and ain't a cloud in the sky, and there ain't going to be a breath of wind in the morning.
Not gonna look great, but there's a few birds up here. Pretty long ways off. I was hoping there'd be something a little closer, but there it was again. Been pretty quiet since it found down. They answered me twice. But I got this big wall right in front of me. Try to slip around it. We're gonna find a turkey here. Kind of running, gunning hard. Because I have confidence that I'll be able to strike one up here. Just trying to cover ground. Eventually I'll bump into one that's got the right temperature. open, and I wanted to make sure I could see them when they stepped out. But they got by me and are now very far away. Amateur hour over here. I tried to catch up to those birds, and apparently I did. A lot faster than I thought I was going to. Shoot. Had a little bit of action yesterday. It was a nice change of pace from the way Louisiana had been, I'll be honest. But didn't get it done. Basically, in spite of myself, so hopefully get a redo at some point today and can do a little better with it. Birds in the creek have not done a whole lot. Bird behind me in the field. They're still gobbling and start gobbling at me. Actually, I had to go home for 2 days and came back down. It's the weekend right now, so it's Saturday. Got here about midnight, and we're gonna run out here and see if we can find a turkey bird. Off to a slow start this morning. I heard one very distant gobble that way. Man, I tell you, this year is a little bit different for me because I'm working a 5-day week schedule. I've been on a shift schedule for a long time, working 2 on, 2 off, 3 on, 2 off, and I've loved it. I've enjoyed my life so much. But eventually you gotta grow up and I stepped towards a job that was 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And when it comes to this hunting aspect of it, man, do I hate it. So, time is limited, and I have a 2-day weekend. So I drove 8 hours to North Carolina just so that I can get in the woods for today, even though they're calling for severe thunderstorms in the afternoon, which is improved from what it was because it was supposed to be all day. But they're calling for some storms later. And then I got a limited window on Sunday morning because you can only hunt till 9:30 with a gun. I'm sitting down. Turkeys start busting off the limb. 2 big birds, so I know they were gobblers, just flushed off the limb and went a really long ways. Then I started hearing crunch, 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 crunch. And a hunter comes, it's way too late. Comes blazing right through here. So, he walks right in front of me, I whistle at him. Good dog to him. I guess he had roosted some birds and he was on his way back, but man, he's getting out here late. But there's enough birds gobbling, I told him I'm gonna go after this one. Man, that's frustrating. I was 60 yards from those 2 birds in a tree. Some dude come walking along right at a bird had already gobbled. Not one of those, but a different bird had already gobbled. He comes clanking through the woods. These woods are really thick. So my guess is he saw my truck and then parked farther down the road and tried to beeline through the woods to cut me off. That's my guess on why he was so late. Because these are not easy woods to walk. I've learned there's a little clearing in here that they seem to like. It's scratched to hell. So I got in the dark and slipped in on this clearing. That's where those birds were roosted over. And that would have worked perfect. Perfect. I'm sure I could screw it up. It sucks when somebody else does that for you. Alright, this will be my last chance, last opportunity for North Carolina. And it's a Sunday, which means I'm quitting at 9:30. I'm gonna head back to where I was in the morning. Hopefully nobody wants to run through the woods right underneath turkeys for me again. I'm gonna try to work that way a little bit and see if I can catch up with them. But pretty sure I hear a hen. it's not going to make good video. But quite honestly, I have 15 minutes left of legal hunting time because it is 9:15. 9:15 in the morning. This state area closes at 9:30 to 12:30 on Sundays. And I've been working these birds all morning and kind of was getting to, I think it was 9 o'clock, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start moving. I gotta see if something else will strike up because I didn't have a lot of faith in my situation. Well, I was slipping the direction that those birds had last gobbled from, and I walked right up on them. Walked up, see turkeys out through the brush. I'm like, they're in range. Click my gun camera on. Not sure if it's good or not. And got up on them. Longbeard steps out. Boom. Huh. North Carolina. Not exactly how you want it to go down. But I am not going to complain. I'm not going to complain at all. Oh. Thank you, Jesus.
Hold that one down to the wire. I had 16 minutes left in North Carolina for the year. And it would have ended up like Louisiana did and be looming for next season. And somehow, some way, somebody saw it necessary to give me a last minute opportunity, and I can't tell you how thankful I am for that, because I needed that. Start getting your butt whooped too much, you start questioning things. I don't think I know what I'm doing anymore. Not that I ever did, but thankful for the opportunity to chase these birds in as many places I've got to. And this has been a really neat state. North Carolina, the part that I'm in, is very thick. It's very swampy. And it's a tough terrain to hunt. And I had a lot of times where I had birds close that I couldn't see, or I didn't have a good shot, or I'd see bits and pieces of it and I'd wait for another opportunity and I didn't get it. So, I mean, it's been a frustration just dealing with the environment, or not being able to get as close to turkeys as you want to get. That's been a big thing too. But there's a couple birds around, and I greatly enjoyed hunting here. It was good. I wish I could have, got here and stayed until I killed my turkey, but bouncing back and forth between work and not being able to roost the night before and all that fun stuff is made it drag out a little bit longer than it probably could have, but it is what it is. I'm on a Monday through Friday schedule now, so coming down on the weekends, not too far for me, but that was the best way to take advantage of this situation, and this was a good use of my weekend time, that's for sure. Very grateful.